Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and I bought another G Pro X Superlight. You probably didn't think I was going to make another video shilling the Superlight, but here we are. And this is a modded mouse. You might not believe it because the mouse does look stock from the outside, but I actually got a switch swap. And I'll talk about the modifications later. But first, I just want to say, I think this is the first time I've ever went out and bought another copy of my main mouse. And I don't really know why I did it. It was kind of just an impulse, wow, making a video about it now, so it's worth it. Amazing spending habits, by the way. I might get it painted as well. Stay on the lookout for a fucking community post, what to paint it, I guess. Or not for me to paint it. I'll commission somebody who's not bad at art to do it. Also, since I did get a new batch, a new copy of the mouse, and I've had this one since release, I can note if they've made any changes, and it honestly doesn't seem like they have. There is still a bit of click wobble out of the box, as you can see, but I've dealt with this for literally 6 months on my main copy. It's not a legitimate issue in-game, but it's something that I feel like they could have addressed, but they just chose not to, so it is what it is. The rest of the build on this mouse feels spectacular, as you would expect. No creaking, no flexing, no rattling, and just the weight balancing at 61 grams. It's still incredible, but that really goes for both copies. And I don't know why people are so against the black Superlight. After having it, I think it looks perfectly fine, and it's basically always in stock, but people are literally fucking waiting months for the white one, and I don't know why. I think Amazon Italy consistently has it stocked if you're a complete freak. Other things that people might ask about, the coating. The black coating, in my experience, is the same as the white one. My white one feels a bit more slippery since I've used it for 6 months, but it hasn't actually worn down. I think a good factor could be because I got my mouse blessed by God, so it really won't show any signs of wearing. But the major thing about this mouse is the switch swap, I guess, and the other modifications. It has a different scroll wheel and tuned side buttons to be more crispy. I'll do a full sound test. And this mouse has pretty rare switches in it. Wow, so exclusive and awesome. Materialist moment. It has TTC silvers. You guys have heard about TTC golds, but probably not TTC silvers. So I'll do a sound test now. Before I do that, I realize I should say thank you to Ents, who actually did the switch swap for me. I ordered the mouse to him, he did the switch swap, and then sent it to me. He has a modding service, I'll leave all of his links there, and he also has tutorials on everything he does, and including the side button fix, which I'll actually talk about now. Oh wait, fuck, I said I was going to do a sound test, I should just do that instead. Okay, TTC silvers, wow. This is a different scroll wheel encoder. You might not believe it, but trust me, it is. And here are the Crispier side buttons. And now compare that to the stock G Pro wireless Superlight, around 20 amps. The side buttons could just be mushier because I've used them more on my white copy, but they do feel a bit crispier and they sound different on this black one, so I guess that's nice. The scroll wheel encoder, it's using a Kale encoder, but it does feel really similar, just a bit lighter. And I know some people in the mouse community are really enthusiastic about replacing their scroll wheel encoders. I just don't see that, honestly. I will say, I thought I was going to enjoy having switches that weren't around 20 amps a bit more than I actually did. It could just be that I'm so used to these, but they just feel perfectly fine, whether it's for browsing or in-game. They're super light, they're not very tactile, and they don't have a premium sound. But I've just clicked these so many times, and I just really don't have any problems. And if you're freaking out thinking it's going to double click, man, just fucking get over it. It's not going to happen. That was the old G Pro wireless. But these TTC silvers, I mainly asked for them because I had never heard of them, so I wanted to be different because I'm extremely quirky. They're a bit heavier than I expected, and I just don't know if I enjoy them as much. That seems bizarre to say, but yeah. New mouse. And I'm pretty sure what I dislike about these clicks is that they almost have a stiff feeling. Maybe they need to break in. I only have been using this mouse for about a day, so I don't know how much I can really judge it. And I don't know how much mouse switches really break in, but it's just a lot lighter on the standard superlight. I don't think that there's necessarily a reason to hate on the superlight clicks just because they're Omrons. Like, if you think putting Kill 8.0s in this mouse would make it, like, drastically better, I just don't think you understand how, like, implementation of mouse switches works. Also, the mouse feet, people are going to ask me about that. On both mice, I'm actually using Tiger Ice Feet. You can go to a Lethal Gaming Gear, use code boardzy. They're out of stock right now, but go there anyway, use code boardzy anyway. The most positive mod that I think this mouse has is the clickier side buttons. I'm not sure how well it reflects in the sound test, but they no longer feel mushy. It honestly feels like it's a completely different switch in the side button. It's obviously not, but it just feels a lot clickier. I was playing Fortnite and it felt nicer. It's not like the inputs were like registering faster, but it was just a better feeling, so that's pretty sick. And there's a tutorial on how to do that. This is pretty unrelated, but something I get asked a lot is if I use the puck or not, and like what's the most optimal thing to do. And I think it's really just like try for yourself, find it out, because it's gonna differ based on what mouse pad you use and shit. For me, I just don't like using the puck. It's only like a 1 gram weight difference. That's not really why I'm doing it. But yeah, I don't use the puck. And I'm not like hating on aftermarket switches or anything, and it's possible if I just got a lighter one I would enjoy it a bit more because it is more tactile, but like I said before, it's a bit stiff. It's just like I'm kind of surprised at how much I liked the stock G Pro wireless. And even the side buttons, like I said before, they are mushy, and that was one of my major complaints, but they were still usable. And the scroll wheel encoder, the differences in my opinion are just really minor, and I might even prefer the stock one. So yeah, the G Pro Superlight, if you're thinking about getting one, I still think it is by far the best mouse. You know, it's why I bought another one. And I just don't know if anything can come close aside from the new medium final mouse. Because what Logitech did is they like really prioritized weight balancing and got it down to such a low weight, and it's just like no other mouse feels similar in hand. Like, just judging off of specs, a mouse like the Ponage Ultra Custom should compare, but it just absolutely does not. And I'm just a massive fan of the Superlight, as you can tell. I think that 150 is pretty expensive for a mouse. So obviously there are cheaper options, just like the Razer Orochi XM1R if you don't mind a wired mouse. But yeah, the Superlight, still the king. And I will be using this black one more, seeing if I can get used to the clicks and like them a bit more. But yeah, that's really going to be all for this video. Just wanted to say I bought another G Pro X Superlight. Like and sub if you enjoyed. Peace. Wow, time for a final sound test. Definitely not to get this video to 8 minutes. I don't know, I just prefer how the scroll wheel's louder.